secret that pregnancy can be a little rough at times. So how do you stay happy and healthy during those 9 months? Here to tell us is Kelly Coffee. She's the owner of Strong Coffee Personal Training in Northampton. Kelly, you are an inspiration. You have a wonderful story to tell. If you wouldn't mind just sharing it quickly.
Thank you. Well, I'm not sort of a typical personal trainer. I, at my heaviest, weighed just over 300 pounds. In 2003, I had gastric bypass surgery, and then quickly discovered that that didn't change my mentality or my proclivity toward food or any of that stuff, my activity level. And I realized that I was going to have to take my health in my own hands. So I started exercising, I addressed the food piece, and over the course of the last 10 years, I've gone through a pretty radical transformation. And I was so inspired by my transformation, I wanted to help other people do the same in their journeys, and I started training professionally in 2007, and I consider myself the luckiest person I know. I love what I do.
And that's what it should be like. That's what everyone should feel.
Absolutely.
And it's really incredible that it's not something you went to college for. It's not something you'd always wanted to do. It just kind of came later on that you discovered this, and you're so happy, which is wonderful. You're also a mom of 2. You had a baby 3 months ago.
I did.
You're an inspiration, Kelly. You look fabulous.
Thanks.
Now, for all the other pregnant women out there, we're going to share, well, you're going to share some easy tips that women can apply to their lives to have a happy, healthy, and fit pregnancy.
Absolutely. First and foremost, tank up on sleep. The more sleep you can get, the better. Yep. Especially if you already have children. It can be very difficult to prioritize sleep. Do whatever you can to do that. The second most important tip is to eat nutritious food, which sounds like a no-brainer, but it's hard these days. Stay away from foods that are in boxes or bags. Stay away from things in pouches. Shop on the periphery of the supermarket, and you should be good to go.
Well, I think that's a great point. I've learned that, and it's so true. And I think a lot of pregnant women feel like, oh, you're eating for 2, it's okay. You're eating for 2. You know, this is your time to let go. But it really almost is the most important time to eat healthy.
It is, and you know, anything in moderation is fine, but you really want to steer clear of things that are going to spike your insulin, things that are going to inspire more hunger, things that are going to make you feel laggy. So, you know, keeping away from sweets is obvious. Keeping away from lots of baked goods is pretty obvious. Even if it's, you know, local organic baked goods, they can still be,
yeah, and it's hard because it's that willpower, but everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
And then also you say, stay active. I think another thing that women think is, how am I going to stay active? I just want to sit on my couch and relax.
Counterintuitive, but the more active you are, the more energy you're going to have. So do whatever it is that you enjoyed doing prior to your pregnancy. You know, be smart about it. If it was ice hockey or rugby, maybe you should tone it down a little bit. Do something a little more conservative. But you know, I did a full workout the day I delivered my 3-month-old Honora, and I know that I had an easier labor and delivery for it.
You did?
I did.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to be getting on my my workout clothes and exercising with you.
Excellent.
So, Kelly, you've had 2. You have 2 daughters.
I have
Your first pregnancy was very different from your second, and now you're able to really share that with pregnant women. It's great to hear. These 4 tips we can all apply to our life. Thanks, Kelly. We'll be back with you in just a bit. So we will be back with Kelly to learn some exercises that women can do to stay healthy and fit throughout their pregnancy. We are back with personal trainer Kelly Coffee, and she is going to give us tips on how to stay active during pregnancy. Kelly, it's important to stay active as much as you just want to lay on the couch and do nothing. So we're going to do some easy exercises that people can do at home. One thing that everyone should have is a set of weights.
Ideally, you would have a set of weights, although late in pregnancy or if you'd been sedentary prior to your pregnancy, weights aren't necessary. The movement is what's important.
Okay, good to know. So today we're going to do some easy exercises with weights.
Yes.
Okay, so what size am I, what weight am I going to use?
I'm providing you with 4-pound weights.
I can handle that, I think.
You can handle more than that, I'm sure, but we'll keep it small. This is my favorite exercise, pregnant or not, but it's wonderful specifically in late pregnancy for low back pain. I don't know if you're experiencing any of that discomfort.
Every day.
Anything that you can do to strengthen your lower back is to your benefit. So the name of the exercise, a little intimidating, it's called a deadlift, but don't let that scare you.
Okay, not scared.
Feet hip width apart. And you're going to put a little bit of a bend in your knees.
Okay.
Let the weights hang comfortably in front of you. Now, keeping your back flat, so you're not going to let it bow.
Okay.
You're going to lead with your heart and just bend at the waist and bring those weights down toward the floor. Now, in pregnancy, this is pretty important, but in life generally, you're going to listen to your body. And your hamstrings, your back will tell you your stopping point.
Yeah, and your bump gets in the way too.
It does, doesn't it?
I can't go much further.
So you're just going to gently come back up to standing.
Okay.
And that's the exercise. So again, leaning forward, bending at the waist.
I could do this while watching TV.
Yeah, absolutely. And stand up. And you want to do about 1 rep for every breath. You want to go slowly. If it feels like you're sort of, you know, if it feels a little too simple, feel free to increase the weight.
Okay.
If it feels too challenging, you can do it with no weight at all.
Is there another exercise I could do with weights?
Absolutely. You know, after pregnancy, people don't realize sort of how heavy a baby becomes when you're toting it around all the time, or God forbid you have to carry a car seat around. So anything that you can possibly do to increase your upper body strength, your arm strength, your bicep strength.
And that will strengthen your core as well.
Absolutely,
Okay.
especially if you do it standing and do it slowly. So a basic bicep curl, weights out in front, palms facing forward, and you just want to glue your elbows to your sides, and with your exhale lift those weights up, and with your inhale lower them down. Make sure to not go quickly so you're not building momentum. This is cheating. Don't cheat. Go nice and slow. Exhale when you're exerting, and inhale when you're relaxing. Another simple exercise that you can do with hand weights, or again no weights at all, depending on how active you were when you started, is a simple raise of the shoulders, and this is going to increase the strength of your deltoids, your upper back.
And it definitely, to stay active and do these simple exercises that don't seem, they're very, very simple to do, will make your labor a little easier because your body's stronger.
Results may not be typical, but my first labor lasted 4 hours. My second was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay, so it sure makes a difference. And we'll just quickly talk, Kelly, about other ways that you can stay active throughout pregnancy that are safe. Like you said, no ice hockey.
No ice hockey, no rugby. I strongly recommend swimming to my pregnant clients, walking certainly, although you sort of want to walk like there's a fire behind you. You're not walking the dog. Brisk.
Yes.
Bicycle riding can be excellent.
So there are ways to stay active, no excuses, right?
Absolutely.
And it's easy. Yeah, I'm at the end of my pregnancy now, but it's great to have these tips. My last 2 weeks, I'll make sure that I'm curling
Ashley,
and deadlifting.
you look fabulous.
Thanks, Kelly. You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Great to have you. And you can see Kelly's tips again by logging on to our website, mymassappeal.com later today. Don't go anywhere. More Mass Appeal coming up.